How are you guys doing?
We're very good at the moment, and how about you?
I'm doing good, thank you. So, there are so many questions people ask you while you're visiting classes here, and there will be more questions in the camp when you go there, but I'll try to avoid those mainstream questions so you don't get bored. But still I have a few for you, so to the questions. Tell me, how do you like working at the English club so far?
Well, I like it. I think it's a fantastic school. Some of the centers we visited are really nice and the people are really great.
The most interesting thing I've found is that all the staff members are really eager to help us. I don't know if it's the same in other language centers across Chilabinsk, but the people tend to really want to help us, and that's something really nice for me. So a lot of teachers have actually gone out of their way to show us places in Chilabinsk that we never would have visited, and I really like that as well.
That's great. Amazing. But can you briefly explain what you're doing when you visit classes?
Okay.
So we basically visit classes and we get acquainted with each other. Probably the first question would be, what's your hobby? What's your name? How are you?
So what's the most popular question?
So I would say, do you maybe have an elephant at home?
An elephant?
Yes.
They ask you if you have an elephant?
Yes.
Do you?
No. No. Well, usually I say, yes, I have an elephant. His name is Dumbo. I ride him to school every day, so and then we have a laugh, so it's a bit more comfortable and relaxed atmosphere. So.
Do they ask you about elephants as well?
They don't ask me about elephants, but the average question I get asked when I walk into a classroom is, why am I from South Africa and why am I black? Not black.
Why are you white?
Why am I white? And it kind of stuns me, I guess, because there are actually a few white people living in South Africa. Yeah.
That's great. I mean, I hope you can explain why.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Well, it seems like you're having fun. And how long have you been living here now?
We've been here 3 weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks. And
3 weeks to the day.
To the day, yes.
Okay, great. I'm sure it's a lot of, well, cultures, I suppose, completely different and everything's different. And what about the language? How are you coping?
We usually Google Translate everything, so if we go to Pitirochka, the number 5 shop I call it, we usually Google Translate everything, so the shop assistants are really eager to help us, and
but they don't speak English.
They don't speak English, but I keep it really simple, so I would write chicken and a question mark, rather than saying, where is the chicken? And that seems to help a lot.
And it's quite nice because they know us by now, so they smile when we enter the shops, or it's quite nice to feel a bit familiar with people.
So what Russian words have you learned so far, if you have any?
So the first word that we learned was paket.
Also in Pitiorochka?
Yes.
Yes.
But we've learned a few more, like spasiba, privet, paka, and I think Yaneka Varu Paruski was probably the most helpful one. So.
And they taught me another phrase, I guess, Yaga Varu Tolka Pa Englishki. So I don't know if it's correct, but they told me.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
People can understand that.
And then for the marshrutka drivers, they taught us the word na stanovke, пожалуйста. Even though they usually don't stop, even if we shouted at them.
So you know that you and we know and we expecting it and we're all excited about it that you're going to fire camp this summer. I'm sure you don't really know what's going to be like yet, but have you ever been to such places or worked in the camps? Do you have such kids camps in South?
Well, I researched some of the camps that I attended when I was in my 6th and my 7th year of school.
So you were a kid?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was, so about 12 or 13, and they took us, the first camp they took us to was in Stellenbosch, so it's about 50 kilometers from Cape Town, and we learned about the ecology of rivers and how to not pollute rivers, and just about conserving nature. And yeah, so that was really nice. And then the second camp that I attended was in my 7th year of school, and that was close to Cape Town. So it was next to the beach, and they taught us basic survival instincts, so how to read a compass, and just to look at the stars and find out where you are if you're lost.
Yeah, so I would also say the camps were really great. We had also some games that we played, like real South African games, like the spoon with the egg that you have to keep and you have to run with the spoon.
It's Russian wedding game.
Is it a Russian wedding game?
Yeah, as far as I know.
Well, the kids in South Africa played. And
the other game, so we would tie 2 people together at the foot, and then you have like a big bag, and you have to hop together to reach the finish line. And a lot of,
they maybe add like obstacle course.
Yeah, so you would have to jump into tires or do something crazy. And and if you eventually reach the person or the 2 people that reaches the finish line first, they win.
Is it even possible?
It is possible.
It is possible, yes.
But a lot of people fall down. And
it's
that's
quite fun.
That's part of the fun.
I see. Well, it sounds like something people in ancient Russia did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's amazing because we're gonna play a lot of games and we're also gonna learn stuff about ecology, and I'm sure you will be able to share a lot of fun. Like, there is a river there, and yeah, we can try and make sure it's not polluted. Yeah. With Emile, now we can do that.
Yes, I'll clean up the river.
Perfect. All right, so we talked about Foyo Camp and, you know, what kids are there like, what we're doing, but do you have an image of it in your head? What do you think it is like?
I thought about it, and I think that in Russian summer camps they teach children probably the same things that they taught us in our camps, so about the ecology, preserving the ecology, just basic survival skills, I guess. That's the image in my head.
Yes, I would also say that's the image in my head. Yes, I think they play a lot of games, and like when we were in camp, we used to make a lot of new friends and talked a lot. So I can imagine probably making new friends.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it's like.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So I know that you guys will be probably doing some discussion clubs there with kids, and they are super excited about it. They like coming to the native speakers, talking to them, just finding out really insignificant things like what do you, I don't know, like to eat for breakfast and stuff like that, because you're different people for them and it's a lot of fun. But are there any topics that you would like to discuss, your favorite ones maybe?
Well, my favorite topic would probably be hobbies. So a lot of the children ask me what my hobbies are and what everyday life in South Africa is like. And I think it helps them to understand what life is like in South Africa. So we compare the lifestyles in Russia and then in South Africa, and it also just gets them talking. And that's probably the biggest thing for them. They need to be confident and just talk to people.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes, I also agree. I think that's my favorite topic as well, hobbies. I've recently learned to love football, so that's really, I think, a topic that I would like. And I would like to learn more about volleyball. I really would like to learn to play volleyball and how it works.
We can do that. Okay, perfect. Guys, thank you for coming. I have something for you. As a tradition, I give my guests Friday Fun stickers, and I have them for you as well. One for you.
Thank you.
One for
Oh,
you.
thank you very much.
And since you will be working in the camp, you are camp leaders, and this is something for you.
That's really
Well,
great.
thank you very much.
Well, this one's for you.
Thank
This
you.
one's for you.
We just keep it up
Yeah.
and show it to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
I'm looking forward to wearing this t-shirt.
So we'll see you in the camp 1st of June, right?
Of course.
All right, great.
Okay,
Okay.
well,
Thank you very much.
thank
coming.
you.